a couple more avocados, and then we'll set this up. And oh, and I got another thing. If you got time beforehand, you know, if you're going to a buffet for like a wedding or something like that, you could, you know, those squeeze bottles. You could take a salad dressing you like. You could blend up the avocado with a little bit of lemon, maybe cilantro or whatever you want to put. Put it in a container and just carry it in your purse or, you know, just with you in the restaurant. And then you got a salad dressing all ready to go. So I mean, if I'm out with friends and stuff, and you know I'm not gonna have access to a lot of fruit, so I'll just pack on the fat a little bit. I know it's not ideal, so but I don't feel that bad with it. So I know some people are like, you know, if you're doing, you know, if you go over that fat limit, oh, you're gonna die or something. I don't have that problem. And one more. So Michael Arnstein, by the way, starting January 1st for next year, all he's doing, he's stopping running and he's just gonna do bodybuilding. And you were okay with so it's gonna be a total change for him. That yeah, he's gonna be huge. I mean, not ultra run. Maybe, you know, if you want to do some, you know, hill sprints, you know, once in a while. But ultra running is like you're putting your body into some really intense situations. I don't know how he does it, but you know, if he's that determined to do 100 miles, imagine what he's going to be able to do in, you know, the weight room. So I'm really excited about it. So I'm gonna set him up with measurements. We're gonna measure them all this week. So by next year, you know, people say, oh, you can't get big on this diet. Well, I think he'll definitely prove that wrong. So I think that's it with that. And I'm gonna put some cilantro and some green onions in it. Probably should smash this up real quick. You guys ever go to the Mexican restaurants where they make this up, like right by it? That's what I kind of feel like. I've never done actually guacamole like this. Not, well, at least with all the fancy ingredients.
Are you saying that you go and then say to them, don't put blah blah blah?
Yeah. If you're at a Mexican restaurant, you could just tell them, hey, could you make me up some guacamole? And give me a big salad, gigantic, big as you can make it. But I want guacamole. Make sure you tell them no dairy. They put mayo in that stuff. Can you believe it? Like, they came out and I was like, I had to ask them, like, is this mayo, or is there dairy in there? And they're like, yeah, we put mayo. Have you ever heard mayo in guacamole? Yes. Like, I heard of sour cream and things like that, but mayo?
American.
Yeah,
it's nice to put water in it. Some
they don't do that in
actually
Mexico.
thin it out.
Oh.
So it's cheaper.
Yeah.
They put water, and it sounds horrible, but it's really nice.
Oh. Yeah, you can do that with, if you want to, you know, stretch out some of these sauces, add a little bit of water. And I'll show you with this, the secret sauce, how to spread out the fat so you can still have a lot of sauce. I like a lot of sauce in my salad. I think everybody does. And I like to try slice cucumbers up like this on a diagonal, so you have more scoop on it. So it's just really nice. And then yeah, like later in the day, I might just make like one of these sauces and just dip my stuff instead of chopping up all the lettuce. I mean, basically when you make a salad, you just chop this up and you put it in a bowl. It's just a big mess. I'd rather just do a dip. And then you got this, so this is really quick to do. If it's organic, I don't. But if it's... And... By the way, when you're blending tomatoes, you actually get more of that lycopene, the red pigment in there, which prevents sunburn up to 45%. I know I'm kind of burnt today. I went out a little bit too long with the weightlifting and everything. So, but it can only do so much, but it definitely helps. there was a study done on this one lady. They put her in this one. Well, they didn't put her in anything, but they put this device on her skin and they checked how much damage she had on her skin. And then she ate tomato paste for about, for a couple of weeks, and then they came back and they tried doing that same experiment where she would burn, and it was 30% less likely to get burnt. So natural sunblock. Tomatoes and some dates.
About how many dates do you think?
Depends how big they are. I mean, I usually maybe for like this size, maybe 6. Depends how big you're making. I just improvise with it. And what I'm gonna do is just take the tomatoes like that. You can use a food processor, but I mean, if you got this going, just use this. There's no reason why you should use another device and mess that up, and you got like 30 things you got to clean when you're done. Oh yeah, it's because your diet or whatnot. And then a couple years later, he's like, hey, you got any recipes? So they come around. So, all right. So I got that. And you use a smaller knife, but I could do it with that. I don't know if anybody could see that. What? Yeah, please. Oh wow, how about that?
Yeah.
All right, what you do, you want to peel the skin off the tomato. And this is good for decorations, especially if you got your bodybuilder friends, a little flower on there. that would help them out. So you want to go around the tomato by peeling it up like this. Yeah, see, I got a peeled tomato, like you were saying.
It's actually, the tomato is really nice.
Oh, cooked. Oh, you can blanch it, I guess. That's not really raw, though. And then, once you got it like this, you want to make it, you just want to swirl it around. All right. And you got like a tomato rose. Check that out. Just a nice little trick, if you got family. And what I do, to make sure it stays, you just take, at the very end of it, just dice in there to make a slant. So you put it in, let's see. You put it, take one of the ends. This one's not the very prettiest, but there you go. And it'll stay that way, so I'll plop another one in there. So, all right, I'm gonna pass this one. And the next sauce is a secret sauce. Seed for this dressing. So that's a lot of coconut meat. So it's like, you gotta say not 80% fat. All right. You don't even have to use that much fat. Like what I usually do is like 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds for most of my dressings. So really light stuff. And let's see. We're gonna do lemon. So it's got the fat, acidic bite to it for the dressing. So most dressings, like for salad dressings, I like to do a little bit of fat with a little bit of bite from the citrus juice, and then maybe some herbs to give it some taste.